Okay, so fuel system, cooling system. We also have electric system, because this engine is a spark ignition engine, and the sparks are right here. This is a spark plug. So the purpose of the spark plug is to generate a spark by cathode and anode. There are two nodes here. One is the interior to the spark plug, and the other one is for the ground. So this is for each cylinder. You have to keep in mind that since this is an aircraft engine, it has to have redundant systems. Yedeklenmiş sistem. So every cylinder must have two spark plugs. What is the reason for this? The reason is, of course, if one spark plug doesn't work, the other spark plug will work. So you have one spark on one side of the cylinder, and as you can see here, and then you have another spark plug right here. So you have two spark plugs on opposing sides of the cylinder. So if one spark plug doesn't work, the other spark plug will function. But of course, it is not enough. Spark plug is not enough, but you have to generate the electricity from somewhere. For this electricity, of course, this is a continuous process, so it has to last during the whole flight of the aircraft. So therefore, we have to provide this energy, this electric energy from somewhere. And this electric energy is provided through this magneto system here. So therefore, for each spark plug, there is a magneto system. So you have two magnetos and two spark plugs for each cylinder, which means that you have redundant magneto system, which is the system that generates the electricity and producing the spark. You have to have also a redundant system. It's the reason why you have two spark plugs. Okay, but we are going to see these systems separately. So it is just to show you in this lecture all these electrical system, fuel system, air system, hydraulic system, etc. Now this system here is attached to the propeller here. So this is the flange for attaching the propeller hub. This is the gear reduction system. Because the RPM of the engine is very high, so you have to reduce this RPM to the RPM required for the propeller rotation. So we have to reduce this propeller rotational speed by means of a reduction gear system. So this is a reduction gear system. Another purpose of the reduction gear system is, of course, when you reduce the RPM or the speed of rotation, you are also increasing the torque. So you can increase the speed, but in that case you lose from torque, from power, and therefore, in order to overcome the force against the resistance of the air, you have to have enough torque to rotate the propeller. So one reason why you have this reduction gear is to reduce the RPM, but also to increase the torque so that the propeller can be rotated easily to overcome the resistance of the air that is necessary for the rotation of the propeller. Dismantle only one cylinder. Tek bir silindiri çözdük.
Sökecek, dağıtalım. Evet.
So we can dismantle only one cylinder and cylinder head and the pistons, etc. So the student will see. Maybe we can also dismantle the carburetor so that they can see how the carburetor works. And I think that will be enough for this series. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your instructor explained the engine about how the work and the systems and which section is how to work on the when they run the engine. Also is continue for the some parts removal installation procedure. I told you before that if you want to perform any job on the engine or component and the aircraft, you have to keep and take some work order task card. This engine's task card start on the 70. 70 to 80 is engine. This task card prepared for and sent us from the engineering department. The engineering department needs to remove the engine one and number one engine cylinder head. That's some problem. Maybe it's expendable parts inside that or the MPD task for the inspection some cylinder that sent us for the needs to remove. We have to keep some crew chief and the 3 person for the work staff. The other students may be observer also when perform this task card. This 3 comes for the replace it. 3 kişi ekip şefi ve diğer ekip olarak sizi böyle ilerideki in the future when we join our lesson or our course that we will make some 3 or 4 person. One person is the chief, the other person is the CS. That complete the task card together. Our reference is the AMM. AMM gives the for
AMM means Aircraft Maintenance Manual.
This AMM gives us for the how can we remove for the cylinder head. We have to read, then keep the all steps and perform the job card. We will step. This gives us for the maybe in the AMM or the any remote installation task card starts with some warning, caution, and note. We have to obey all warning and caution. Warning means if cannot obey the warning notice on the AMM or the this rules, maybe person injured or the dead or the component may be out of order. Caution is only the components. Note only gives the information about this task cards the perform easy. Now we have to start this task card and ready for our toolbox. We check the parts of the engine. What's need for some screwdriver and some other tools for the check and prepare our tools. When we use some tools, the tools keep on the clean and one by one. If any tool loose, we have to find it. After all task cards, the last point right on the order we stamp it. Make sure that the clean and the clear tools and the other items on the work area. You can after finish the job, you have to check tools and the all work area then stamp this point. Evet. We start the job. We have to remove first number 1. Yes. We start here. We remove this screw.
This is an Allen key.
Evet,
huh?
yes. Allen key. Yes. O size'a göre bir bak. Ona göre çıkar. Aşağı yukarı olabilir.
Yukarıdan çekeceksin.
Aşağı. Evet.
Unscrew
Evet.
the nut.
Şimdi söktüğünüzde malzemeleri kaybolmaması için belli bir sırayla
Yalnız burada yağ olabilir. Altına bir şey.
akarsa tava var şurada hocam. Yokmuş bez. Bez
Tava.
alırız.
Bir tava koyun altına.
Şuradan bez getirelim. Tava yapalım.
Peçete var mı? Cemal, benim çantamda peçete var.
The valve mechanism for the cylinders. I told you that we have two valves. One of them is the inlet valve, and the other one is the exhaust valve. So this one, which is used for inlet fuel air mixture, so this first valve mechanism is opening and closing of the inlet valve, and the one on the right is for the exhaust valve. So because it is opening the exhaust port here, inlet and exhaust valve. Now, the operation and functioning of the valves are opening and closing like this, is done by means of a push rod. A push rod which is pushing from the backside of this. Well, in Turkish it is called külbüratör. This is called külbüratör, or in English it is called the piano. Piano tush. Piano keys. Yeah. So it is like the fingers pushing on the piano fingers. So the push rod is governed by means of the camshaft. So the camshaft is rotating, and because there is a cam on the shaft, this cam lifts this manifold and therefore makes it open and close.